A brief forward before we get started with the video. I talk about like general life stuff for like 10 minutes at the start, so if you don't mind just hearing about random crappery, I guess, or if you just like the sound of my voice for some reason, I guess you can watch the first 10 minutes, but if you want to jump straight into the Digimon stuff, that's approximately 10 minutes in, so jump vaguely 10 minutes and I don't know, 5-10 seconds in, and see where you're at from there. Probably close to 11 minutes by now, but that's fine. Anyway, on with the video. Hello. I am actually super excited to finally get this recorded today, because, and you'll have to excuse whatever my energy or my vibe's doing, because I'm a mix between like super excited and hyperactive, but then I know as soon as I actually sit down and record, that energy just kind of poofs in like after the first 5 minutes or so. So I'm super excited now, but I don't know how long it's going to last, so I guess let's try and get into it. The reason I'm actually excited to film this episode is because it has been a trial. It has tested my patience. That is to say, I wanted to record this about 2 days ago. I tried to record this 2 days ago, and initially I wanted to get... it all started because Alex did his me versus you thing. I also sent in Greymon to fight, and it turns out he had a Greymon as well, so it was a Greymon fight. He's still alive, he's still kicking. Just, as you can see, his hunger is draining much faster than his strength, which means he is trying to die. Which also means that unless I start training him a metric crap ton, he's going to gain weight a lot. It also means quite literally the only way he's going to survive work like tomorrow is if I do what I've done for the past 2 days, and as soon as I get to work, just invert that clock, which is why it says 9 AM. I promise you it's not a 9 AM. I think it's actually 9 PM, but we'll leave it as AM for now. Until I inevitably forget to change it before I go to bed and wake up to a dead Greymon. That's going to be a thing. But no, so that wasn't an issue, because for some reason... How did I record that? Oh, that's right, I didn't record the actual battle itself, I literally just sent him the code in an email. So then he responded with the you versus me challenge thing, where it's like, he sends a code that I actually have to grab. That's a later problem. And then we battle it using an ACOM. Specifically, I'm going to be using this ACOM. And it clicks in like this, over here, because the cable's a little bit tangled. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Now, this was an issue because my computer is in the other room. It's adjacent to the wall that is literally just to the right here. I have no way of proving it, and I daren't move my camera because I'll never get it to stand up properly again. Trust me, there's a wall there, and behind that wall is a room where my computer is. It's also where my partner is, and I'm not going to kick them out of a room just so I can record Digimon videos. That's not cool. So you can see the issue, right? The computer is in there, I record in here, where there is no computer. Apart from, there is one computer, it's a very old computer, but it works. It doesn't have an internet connection because I haven't installed a network card in it. And when I looked into it, it's like this super old port, and I'm going to have to find a very specific network card, and it's probably going to be crappy when I do install it, but I can do it, maybe, if I get around to it. So I'm like, it's okay. I can download the driver software. I can download the driver for the ACOM, and the software, I think this means Alpha Terminal, because it's the version 2.4 or something like that. The one used for battling other people, not for inputting raw codes. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know what I'm talking about, you understand. If not, don't worry about it. All you need to know is there are technically 2 programs to use with the ACOM for inputting codes to these guys. One is used for the dummy codes, so like think unlocking certain eggs on this device by connecting it with a bunch of other devices, or having punching bags for this guy. And the other one is used for sending battle codes to other people, because those codes are encrypted and there's some stuff in the way to prevent a large amount of cheating. Not that I think I know anyone who would cheat in a Digimon battle anyway. It kind of removes the, like, why would you bother cheating? It's like, yeah, I won a Digimon fight, apart from you know yourself you've not really won because you cheated to win. Like, it kind of removes the entire point of the battle in the first place, you know? Like, it's a victory, but it's a hollow victory. Anyway, that's a tangent I could spend forever on. So yeah, I was like, I'll just put the alpha terminal and the driver on a USB, plug it into the computer. That all worked. I installed the driver, tried to boot up alpha terminal, not happening at all. It loads for 5 seconds. I check the task manager and it does start the process, and then it dies. And there is absolutely nothing I can do about it. And this is purely like conjecture and guesswork, but I'm just going on a basis and saying I think some of the hardware in that computer is so old, the driver doesn't know what to do with it. So, solution the second. I have over here a big ol' USB cable, and I mean it is a big USB cable. So I plug it into my computer in the other room, trail it through to in here, it reaches, I boot up Alpha Terminal on my computer, it's not detecting my ACOM, and I guess that's why there's usually a limit on how long you can have a USB cable, because I guess when there's extra cable, there's extra latency, and after so much latency, it just doesn't like it. Or something along those lines. I know there's generally a rule, like, I know for a fact with Ethernet cables, for example, you can only run an Ethernet cable up to a certain distance, which is why we then use, like, copper cables or fiber optics if you have money. So that, needless to say, did not work. That was 2 days. Actually, no. I think that was all day one. So at that point, it was literally midnight, and I just gave up on it. I was like, this is a problem for tomorrow. Keeping in mind, I am super paranoid about, one, the Evo timer on this guy, on Zubaegermon here. This is Zubaegermon, by the way. I'll get to him in a minute. Running out, and I'm worried about Greymon dying. Because both of those things would be very bad. Very, very, very bad. So day 2 rolled around, I've gone to work, come home, blah 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 blah, and I just run out of time because, like, I had to go, like, my car is currently in for an MOT. It's at a garage right now, but I had to go walk across my village town thing to a place to print off or get printed a registration plate for the back of my car, because my one's like all crumbling and dying and it's not exactly legal anymore. And then I had to find a way to deliver it to where my car is, which is several miles away, and I don't have a car, and it's evening and there's no more buses. Like, the next bus is 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's like 8 PM. 8 PM? It's not even 8 PM here. I think it was like 5:30 maybe. I managed it, it's fine. Called someone up and got a lift. That all worked out fine. But by the time I got back, I had to do washing up and some other house chores, and then by the time I actually sat down, I think I watched like a half-hour video on YouTube or something, and then it was midnight again. I was like, well, I can't exactly record now. Not without a noise complaint at least, and I still haven't fixed the problem. So, dawn of the third day, dawn of the final day, and I have the bright idea to get my laptop, which I haven't used in years. It still works, it's still A-OK, and just install the stuff on that. Great idea, right? Install, and this one does have an internet connection, so I can just throw stuff on there anyway. I get Alpha Terminal, I install the driver installs Alpha Terminal, half boots and kind of freezes, and at this point I'm just get it. This is when my patience is getting tested. So I like double check the driver's installed, reboot computer, blah 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 blah, and then it's like, yes, this driver is 100% definitely installed. Boot Alpha Terminal. Nope. Like, it boots and then froze. My cat then proceeds to jump on my laptop, hit the power button, and not fully turn it off, but put it on standby. And I go sit over at my computer for a minute and try and look through like FAQs and stuff on the Digimon Online Discord server and blah blah blah, see if there's anything that could be causing it. I go back over to the laptop, just power it on again, and boot Alpha Terminal, and it boots completely fine. So I don't know what happened between my cat turning the computer off, well, the laptop off, and me turning it back on, but it wasn't even fully turned off, it just, like, sleep mode. That was it. But it magically fixed everything. So here we are. That was like 5 minutes ago. No, it wasn't. It was 10 minutes ago, because I've been rambling for nearly 11. So here we are. This video, like, some force in the universe didn't want this video to happen. And I've actually made sure and double checked that my audio is in fact recording, because I've had that happen to me a few too many times. It's happening, finally. So the plan for this video, now that I've rambled for 10 minutes, welcome by the way if you've skipped 10 minutes into the video, like I've probably said at the start, because of this. The plan is, with Zubaegermon here, do a bunch of battles, 15 to be precise, unless he loses a bunch and then I'm going to cry. But he shouldn't, because the battles in the single mode on this are pretty easy. Especially if you just keep battling Kunemon. And then battle Alex's Greymon with this Greymon for a grand rematch, see who wins, and it'll be awesome and amazing, and it will be fun times for everyone. And I shall also be drinking tea. See, there's tea there. That is a good cup of tea. Speaking of, like, fun fact, throughout most of these videos I've recorded, I have had a cup of tea, not just to the side, usually under the table, but I've had it there, and I keep forgetting to drink it while I'm recording. But look, it's a little coaster. My mum, I think around Christmas time, got a little laser cutter thing, and I visited a couple of days ago. I think it's a week ago actually, and she was like super excited to show me. She was like, yeah, just find a picture and I can like print it onto a thing. So I just got like, obviously a little picture of Zubaeagermon from the Wikimon website. Like, you've seen this picture everywhere if you've looked into Zubaeagermon at all. But look, it's so cool. It's a little coaster. I love it. It's so amazing. I've got another one. It's literally the same. It's just the laser cut into the wood a lot better, so it's like darker and more contrasted. But look, that actually came out, like, I'm surprised at how nice it came out. I love this. This is my favourite coaster ever. Purely because it's got a little Zubaeagermon on it. It's literally just a piece of wood. Like, there's nothing special about it. It's just wood with this printed on it. And it took, like, I think 20 to 30 seconds to do. It's amazing. I'm very grateful to my mum for many things. Like, one, financial support and moral support in a lot of things in general. But two, just stuff like that. Like, she's a very creative person. Like, she likes making stuff. Years ago it was mainly with like knitting or sewing, stuff like that, but recently she's like been teaching herself and like taking online courses for 3D printing and laser cutting. She's having a blast, and I'm honestly there for it. She's loving it, and it's great fun to see her like learning new things, and she's just happy. It's just positive times. And honestly, I will like visit her and we'll sit and talk for like multiple hours on end about just 3D printing or laser cutting, and I don't even know much about it. Like, I'm relatively into tech and I know tech stuff, specifically more to do with computers and software, but I'm not going to call myself a professional because I'm definitely not. But we could just talk for hours about it. It's great fun. Just like I've spoken for several minutes about stuff that isn't Digimon on the Digimon channel. I mean, yeah, technically right now it is Digimon channel. I have plans to like do stuff that isn't Digimon. Like just play some games mainly. Like I have a computer that can play, record, / stream the games. I just have to get the setup for it. And that is time I don't really have because 5 days a week work. And then Saturday and Sunday is just a mix of housework and trying to not kill myself with stress and sleeping. So that's fun. Anyway, shall we Digimon now? I think we should. We have another mouthful of tea. Because I think that's a good way to remind myself to not like try and rush through the video. Oh yeah, this video is going to be a nice long video because I'm very sorry for recording like a 5-minute video for the last episode, especially because it was Zubaeagermon. It just felt wrong to have like the Zubaeagermon episode be super short. I didn't want to like waffle on and just talk for the sake of talking, which is kind of what I'm doing now, but I'm actually talking about stuff, and it's like, I don't want to say interesting stuff, but it's stuff to do with my life. Anyway, look, it's Zubaeagermon. What's cool about Zubaeagermon is, ooh, this is a good time to show off, actually, he does need training. Look, I've not set the camera up at the right angle to catch the light properly, so it's either shadows or reflecting the light, and there is no in between. I am not a professional by any means. Hey, focus please. Focus. Focus. There we go. That's probably the best we're gonna get. He also turns into a sword, but he's like this cool scimitar kind of looking thing. And it's actually like, he has like this scimitar on his tail, or like this curved blade on his tail. You can see it there. And that's kind of like the main bulk of the blade. Did you finish training and then immediately go for a dump? Understandable, like. I mean, you did just eat a big old meal, go training, and I guess, yeah, that's fair. But we've got some battles to do, and I'll probably speed this up because 15 battles is a pain. And I'm going to take the opportunity, actually, to turn on said laptop and get a counter going of some sort. And by that I mean I'm going to open Notepad. So, let's go. It's singles, Zubaegermon, start. We're bullying this Pokemon for a while. Full power! So Zubaegermon has, I can't remember what his attack's called. It's not Vantheon, that's like the dub translation or something. But yeah, he basically has like, you know what Sonic the Hedgehog does when he kind of curls into a ball, spins up and goes Nyum! It's like that, but he's made of swords and slashes people. Good job, that was one battle. Let's mark that down with a 1. There we go. Single, Zubaegermon continue. Now it's Palmon. But he does that as well as turning into a sword, I guess. I always found it so cool that Zubaegermon's line turns into a sword. Because it's just like 100% of a Digimon's power purely in offense. As long as someone can swing that sword. So it means like theoretically Zubaegermon in sword form could probably take down a perfect level. I say that as Zubaegermon is currently getting beaten by Palmon. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. See, there, that's more like it. Now we got it in the bag. I'm just gonna go ahead and we may as well see this one through to the end. Oh my god, this is close. End here, please. Yes, good job. That's battle number 2 done. Right, on to the montage. Boom. 5 battles down, 5 victories. If we keep this pace up, we'll have a 100% win rate, and we'll definitely evolve. Ten consecutive wins. And the next fight is Zubaeagermon. Oh, first adult level. We are fighting Numamon. Should be a fairly easy fight. Go on, Zubaeagermon, you got this. Yeah, you do. I think we're just fighting the Poopmons at this point. It's been Numamon, and then now it's Vegemon. So I wonder if who's the third one? Is it Nanimon, or is it... Reymon's number 5. Scoomon, of course, yes, because he evolved into Etamon. "14 consecutive victories," and you know what? For the 15th, because it literally doesn't matter if it's a win or a loss. Zubaeagermon versus Greymon. Oh, detectors of fireball, so I wonder what Digimon it's kind of substituted as. Greymon wins! And I'll try and keep him alive for Zubaeagermon's future evolutions, but that'll do it. That's 15 battles and only 1 loss, which is to the DMOG, which is completely understandable. Nice. I was super stressed about... I say super stressed. I was worried about having left this too long for Zubaeagermon to evolve to Duramon. And I guess time will tell. I don't think I have, because his stats aren't draining super fast. But I guess we'll find out in a couple days. And it's always spooky with the M20, because obviously with anything newer than this, when their evolution timer counts down in their sleep, it's like you just wait 48 hours. It's not even 48 hours, I think it's like 36 hours or something like that. You wait basically 2 days, and they're either evolved or they haven't, and you know. With this, because of the sleep times and that, and how it doesn't progress the evolution timer in their sleep, you can wait like 4 days and have nothing, start really panicking like, oh god, I've screwed it, and then they evolve on like day 5. It's like, depending on your schedule as well. Like that happened with, I want to say X-Tyrannomon. It was definitely the version 5 egg. It was the last perfect I got, and for a while there I was like, I think I'm gonna have to rehatch this egg because it's been a couple of days and they haven't evolved. And then they evolved like pretty much on the last day. I was like, if they don't evolve by the end of the day, I'm gonna rehatch. And then they evolved, and it was amazing. So I'm gonna hope I've not left this too long. Literally since he's been Zubaeagermon, he's been asleep. Poor dude's been in a coma. He's just been asleep the entire time. And also I set his clock to mirror time as well, apart from I think I put him an hour later, because yeah. Right. So with Zubaeagermon stuff all done, good job Winnie. I imagine you're a little bit worn out. Oh yeah, just a bit. Look at that. I kind of like the energy meter on these. It makes sense that Digimon do get worn out after a lot of fighting. It's I don't dislike the DMX or the Pen Z for it. It's just I kind of miss it on the the OG20 and the Pen. I guess it'll be on the Pen OG. I've never had one, so I can't confirm. But it's on the Pen 20. It's on the DMC as well. Honestly, this is a really nice brown. I wasn't a super huge fan of it because I always preferred the blue or whatever. Honestly, this brown is actually kind of a nice shade. It's a nice colour. Anyway, enough just like admiring and looking at the VPA. I can do that in my own time. This is really like a 20 to 30 minute video, so let's get on with the battle and the tea drinking. And getting the code I was supposed to have prepared, and I do not have prepared. And also I sat on my foot weird and now it's numb. It's all going well. Now's the fun part, where I hope Alpha Terminal works this time, and it wasn't just a fluke last time. Boot please? Pretty please? Pretty please? I'm going to drink tea for good luck. It booted! Yes! Now just detect the ACOM and we are A-OK. It has detected the ACOM. Let's select Digimon Original. You can't see like any of this, but it's fine. Everything is prepared on the computer side. All I have to do is untangle my cable for a start. There we go. All I have to do is prepare Greymon here. Make sure you're all good, because this will be a full battle. Hit send on the thingy. I can't see my screen. There it is. Send the code. Go Greymon! The rematch, Greymon versus Greymon. My Greymon versus Alex's Greymon. Round 1, Nova Flame. And we get hit with a Mega... I reversed that. I meant to say Mega Flame and Nova Blast. I almost said Nova Flame and Mega Blast. Well, ooh! Naming disputes aside, Alex's Greymon has absolutely wiped the floor with mine this time and has got an injury. Come on, little Greymon. It's not your time yet. You've got a couple more battles to do with Zubaegermon in his Duramon and Durandamon forms, hopefully. So, that was a good match. I will save that code, and I guess I'll send it to Alex if he wants said code. So, yeah, for right now it's 1-1. 1-1. My Greymon won the first round, and his Greymon won the second round. And I sure hope he doesn't expect me to evolve to Metal Greymon for a third match, because, I mean, I'll do it. I will hatch a new Greymon, because this guy's past the point of evolution, but I will hatch a new Greymon. Or maybe I'll try for an Airdramon. And I will do it. We will have a Metal Greymon fight. If he wants to. Right, I'm losing focus now. Right, that's it, that's the video, that's done. I have accomplished the battles for Zubaegermon. I've done the battle with this, that's the things I needed to get done. I guess the next time I see you, we'll hopefully have Duramon, and hopefully Greymon will also still be alive and not dead. I'll save that code if Alex wants it for a rematch and whatever. And now I've got a lot of editing to do, so from Greymon, from Zubaegermon, and of course myself, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. It's hopefully a little bit shorter.